Previously on The Season.
You know, I've always been to schools and reading to kids and mentoring kids, you know, but I wanted to reach out and do something different. And SARCS was kind of a main thing that shelters look for, you know, for the homeless.
Great thing that you're doing here.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The Nasty Wideouts, they are a group of guys that can single-handedly take over a football game.
I was taking pictures and everything. I'm like, this is what I want to do, you know what I'm saying?
So I knew I had to bring something out. Thought, hey, I got a silly side, so why not just bring it all out naturally?
DK and I are gonna have a cook-off here sometime this year.
We're trying to keep it a little secretive so, you know, it won't be no biased opinions.
This one right here has more flavor. I like this one.
And I was just gonna come back and tell my teammates that don't take anything for granted.
My dog's still my dog, you know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna never change.
Auburn with an offside blitz, fires near side, got Brown, catches the 5, makes one man miss, takes it in the end zone, touchdown, Ole Miss.
Get up! Bam! Let's go! Ball! Let's go! Hey man, we having a little fun out here on the open date, man. Little offensive line versus D-line.
Hey, we got Javon versus Chuck. Javon versus Chuck.
Man, trying to look athletic, but they're not doing a very good job at it, man. They got hands a little bit. Hey, I'm surprised by Tiz. He look good at DB now.
I don't know what we about to do next, but Tiz with that big ball skill, you already know. Ah! Tiz, that's a big hit right there. Oh yeah! Oh my God! And into the tie, Coach. Hey, Coach Longo, Coach McGriff.
That's the thing. Offense is up pretty much like 11 to like 2 right now. I mean, it's just a kill ball.
O-line look very athletic. D-line made a few plays, but you know we had to bomb them up. You know what I'm saying? They may be a part of NWO. I don't know. I saw a couple great catches. You know what I'm saying?
I saw Tisdale play great press technique, looking lean, picked it off. That's the highlight of the day.
Dominated the routes. You know, I got a pass interference call, so I won. And then we dominated the punt catches. You know what that means? You know, we're just more athletic than the D-line, I guess. I mean, that's what it looked like, right, Dom? Just more athletic than the D-line, and we showed it today, so we're leaving with a victory.
Would it surprise you to find out that one of the toughest rebels to ever grace this campus never played a down? Every step was a challenge. Each word, a trying task. Wiley Martin was a manager for the Rebels during the Billy Brewer era and never let his cerebral palsy hold him back.
What he dealt with every day, it made you quickly forget about your problems and what you had to deal with on a daily basis, because every day of his life was a challenge.
I got invited with Dean Moorhead to go to the Vanderbilt game as a faculty coach or faculty guest. and walked into the Holiday Inn there, and Wiley was waiting for me. So we walked outside, and he fell down while we were walking. And I reached down to pick him up, to grab his arm, and he pushed my hand away. And so you realize you can't look at him as being different. You look at him as being the same as everybody else. And he was better than everybody else.
Martin was one of the guys, and at times a more fearless version of his friends.
But he had such a gentle soul about him. And but when he was in that locker room on game day, he was an inspiration. He was trying to inspire you, and you just thought he was one of the guys.
We had been down to Auburn in '85, and Bo Jackson, I don't know, ran up and down the field. And we got destroyed. I think we had 1 yard of total offense in the game, and we were all out there probably feeling sorry for ourselves, licking our wounds a little bit. And offensive coordinator, Coach McGraw, walked up, and Wiley looked at him and he said, "Coach, I believe I could get 1 yard." I'm not going to say what Coach McGraw said to him. He got mad and walked off.
Those players began to recognize that this was an exceptional person, and they treated him like a teammate. You'd have thought he was a first-team running back.
Although college was a major challenge for Wiley, he knew the people that made Ole Miss special loved him back.
He loved Ole Miss. He thought this was a place that helped him, and he knew it prepared him for his life.
He was a rebel, and it was just the greatest years of his life was up here. That's what he always said.
As the years went on, and Wiley's health deteriorated, he knew his time was nearing an end. But to accomplish one last goal, he would reach out to the same people that made Ole Miss so special to him over 3 decades earlier.
Day after my birthday, we drive down to Hattiesburg, and we visit with Wiley. It was more than an hour. And as we said, "Now, Wiley, we have to go because we have to get back." And he said, "Well, I have one last dream, one last wish to see the pavilion."
Jamie, Billy Brewer, give me a call. I got an idea. I ran into the dean of the journalism school this morning at breakfast, and he gave me an idea, and see if we can't get the school plane to come to Hattiesburg. If Wiley is up to it, maybe pick him up, bring him up here, and try to piece it into something. Maybe a basketball game or something. So one-shot deal on this kid.
I called Coach Brewer back, and I said, "Coach, he can't." He was going to try to see if we could get the plane to come down and pick him up, and I said, I don't know how you get him in the plane.
When the siren call came for whatever it took to get Wiley back through the Angel Air and the flight, it didn't take much at all.
So we got on a call, and I said, "This is the deal." I said, "If we can raise $11,000, we can get it done, and I think we can do that." And everybody agreed and thought we could do it. Everybody pitched in, and in just a few days we had that money, a little more to get it done.
He loves everybody.
What an honor to have people who took over after I told them this fella has this dream, and they provided funds and they made it happen, and then all these people came and made this guy feel like he was something special.
How you like it? You see your name on the screen?
I would never, ever have thought this.
Yeah.
Hey, it's one of these deals like, are you ready? It's one of these hotty deals. Can you do that?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Howdy, toddy, ULE. Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss, my name.
Brothers.
Yep. Always, brothers.
Brothers.
Yep. Definitely.
If he was part of your life at any point, he left an imprint, and one that stays with me till this day. But God, he gave so much to all of us.
I'm going to be a grandma again in March, John Luke. So you better stick around so you can. A boy, John Luke. It's going to be named. So you're going to have a great nephew. Great nephew here.
David Wells. You've been an inspiration. Thank you for the good memories you've left me. And you went to class more than these other people. You know that.
And he had that grin about him, that the gang's all here. That's what it felt like to me when you see Wiley grinning in that bed.
It was something that made you understand what life was about. Here was a guy very close to the end of his life, just loving his experience.
We love you, miss you.
No, I love you.
Hurry back. Get your butt back up here. Don't let me have to come get you. I ain't gonna send my plane again for you ass. You the man. Thank you. Love you, big boy.
All right. Got you.
Those things, they don't happen very often. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever see another or experience another thing like that day. You can't explain it. If you weren't there, you didn't understand it. It was probably one of the greatest things I've ever been associated with that day.
I love you too, Wiley. Thanks for being here.
The whole day made you feel like, I'd like to be like Wiley. I would love to be as good and as tough and as caring as Wiley Martin.
You're gonna have to hit the road. You got something else you need to say?
Always put God first in your life. Every bad time. I did.
With crystal blue skies, bright sunshine, temperatures rising into the mid-60s by lunchtime, a cross-division opponent that won't make another trip to Oxford until 2031. Today it's Ole Miss and South Carolina.
I'm here with you right now, and we're tapping in for every second, every play, every rep. We ain't backing down. We're putting our foot on the gas. All gas, no brakes, all day. All gas, no brakes, all day.
Ole Miss entered Saturday's game with South Carolina in high spirits. Coming off their bye week, the team had finally caught their breath from what was a rigorous front half of the season. But the opening kickoff was a quick reminder that there is no rest for the weary.
And it's a low line drive kick. Samuel picks it up at the 10. Brings it back upfield to the 20, breaks it clear at the 30, 35, 40, heads to the far sidelines of midfield. One man chasing him there is Logan. He can't get him, and Samuel will take it to the house for a touchdown. Wow, South Carolina looked like they made a huge mistake, Richard Cross, but they recover, and Samuel takes it to the house.
Not a great start for Ole Miss. Williams, straight ahead, touchdown Gamecocks. And the Gamecocks with an early double-digit lead.
That was 75 yards in 8 plays in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. A 1-yard run by Williams for the TD.
The first quarter had gone all the Gamecocks' way.
Parker White from 20 yards to make it a 14-point lead.
Taking the early lead, and quieting what started as a raucous crowd at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
Don't give in to it! Hey, don't let your mind go there! You understand me? You fight back! Don't let your mind go there! Fight back!
Amu under pressure, on the run, throws a strike for a first down to Octavius Cooling. How about that throw?
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Fake to Phillips, quick hitter, the seam receiver. That's Moore, made a man miss and gets down to the 40-yard line before being tackled there. Elijah Moore, he's got some moves now.
Get there! Move!
Got 3 tight ends in the game here for Ole Miss. A little power look. There's the handoff. It's a first down, and to the 5, and to the goal line, and in the end zone. Touchdown, Scotty Phillips. And the Rebels have their first TD of the day.
Scotty Phillips will give you that burst, David.
That was a good looking. That was a good look run right there. I said go there, boy. I said you about to score. I told him he about to score.
From the 16-yard line, a 26-yard effort for Luke Logan. And the kick is on its way, and he drills it. And the score is South Carolina 17, Ole Miss 13, with 7:52 to go here in the second quarter.
Money in the bank.
Yes, sir, Luke. Yes, sir.
Obama wants to throw deep. He's got Brown wide open, caught at the 30. 25, lowers his head and dropped. I think that's there all day. AJ is just too much for the Gamecocks from the 17, 1st and 10. Brings a man in motion. That's Knox, comes behind the quarterback. The fake to Phillips, keep by Tamu. He runs right to the 10 to the 5. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah, let's go, JT. Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Scotty Phillips, he's got the first down at 45-50. He breaks in the middle of the field, running downfield, tackle from behind, inside the 30, around the 29-yard line. Big run for Scotty Phillips. Scotty caught it.
This is how he cut in. That's talking bad, bro. Hey, Scott bad, bro.
And there's a handoff. Scotty Phillips right side. Well, why did we worry about it? We knew Scotty Phillips would take it in anyway. Touchdown, Ole Miss. We're even. Ole Miss 27, South Carolina 27.
What a first half, back and forth game.
Yeah, it is. It's a good SEC football game. Kickoff return and a turnover in the red zone was the difference, but I like the way our guys are competing.
Really gutsy play call at the end where you decide to run it. You have some influence as an offensive lineman on that call?
Well, it just felt like we got to go get 1 yard. That's the type of game this is.
All right, thanks a lot.
Gentlemen, this is the Southeastern Conference. It's the best conference in college football. And it's not supposed to be easy. It's not going to happen easy. You damn give me a reason to go tell this country what the hell we're made of. Hey, y'all give me a reason.
The Rebels came out of the locker room on a mission, and everyone played a role. NWO newcomer Elijah Moore chipped in with a freshman program record of 11 catches, while junior running back Scotty Phillips continued to punish defenders en route to a career high in touchdowns.
A handoff right side of Scotty Phillips. He's to the 10, knocks a guy out of bounds, and then is pushed out of bounds at the 7.
Hey, that boy's special. He's special. Scotty.
2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. A quick pitch out to Phillips. He can take it in with no trouble. Touchdown, Ole Miss. South Carolina had nobody over there, and the Rebels regained the lead, 36-34.
With the offense feasting on the ground, the Landshark D would take the field with an appetite for Rooster.
Tackle and dropping the receiver at the 34-yard line. Edwards, what a stick by Hibbler.
What will Will Muschamp do on his own 36-yard line?
He's leaving his offense out there on the field.
Rebels stacked in tight. There's a snap. Hand off to the fullback. He's hit in the backfield. I don't think he got it. I think the Rebels have him stopped.
Yes, sir.
The Despite the valiant effort of both teams' defenses, the game trended in the direction of a shootout. And with South Carolina leading late in the fourth, the Landshark defense desperately needed a stop.
Here comes a blitz up the middle. They're going to hit him and sack him at the 40-yard line. Straight up the gut came Sanogo.
What I tell you, it's got to be you from now on, baby. Yes, sir. Can't nobody block you, and stop blocking yourself. Yes, sir. Hell of a job, baby. Hell of a job.
South Carolina leads 48-44 with 2:17 to play, so here's your game. Falmouth wants to throw, steps into it, fires it far side, sliding catch.
The drive had started fast, but now facing fourth down, the comeback victory would be just out of reach.
2 of 2 on fourth downs is Ole Miss, and this is the game, trailing 48-44 with a minute 18 to go. Fires, and it's incomplete, and South Carolina is going to win this one. A crossing route to Allen. He thought he got interfered with. They don't call it.
The back-and-forth affair would come to a close, with the two teams totaling over 1,100 yards and 92 points, and bringing the seldom-played series to an even 8-8.
You're hurting right now because you know what? When you leave it on the field, that's when it hurts the most. Because when you leave it all out there and you compete in this arena, that's when it hurts the most. But I'm proud of you and I love each and every one of you. And we're in this thing together. You know what? We're going to get up tomorrow and we'll go back to work. But I'm proud of each and every one of you. And I'm glad I'm the head coach. And I'm glad that we're together. I wouldn't change this for anything. You understand me? I know you're hurting. I can't take that away. But all we're going to do is get up and we're going to get off the mat. Every time that they said we couldn't get up, we always do. And we'll get up tomorrow. I don't care what Twitter says. I don't care what anybody says. We're in this thing together. And I'm proud to be your coach. I'm proud to be an Ole Miss Rebel. You walk around with your head high. You understand that? Walk around with your head high. I love you guys.
It makes it tough when you know the kids left it all on the field and they battled their guts out, but a disappointing loss.
If we give up, how much do we love it? I'm going to play hard every game, no matter the score, no matter the weather. Whether we come on top or underneath, we're going to play hard.
I just know how they've responded. They're going to come back tomorrow and go to work like they always do, and we're going to go try and get after A&M next week.